Welcome to the show.
Welcome back to From Kitchen to C-Suite, the podcast where we dissect the business behind the bites and trace the operational blueprints of the world's most aggressive food and beverage brands. I'm your host, Don. If you've taken a look at a restaurant P&L over the last 18 months, you don't need me to tell you that the ground beneath our feet isn't just shifting. It is undergoing a massive, structural tectonic realignment. For 40 years, the playbook for quick-service royalty was carved in stone. Hook the guest with a low-cost, high-volume core protein, your flagship burger, or your signature chicken sandwich. Drive up the average check size with standardized combo meals. Lather, rinse, and repeat using paper coupons or app push notifications to capture repeat foot traffic. It was elegant, it was repeatable, and it was wildly profitable. But today, that old paradigm is officially dead. Persistent macroeconomic headwinds, historic inflationary pressures, and a fundamental rewiring of consumer psychology have turned the traditional QSR model upside down. We are witnessing an industry-wide retention crisis. Deep discounting and aggressive value menus are no longer building brand equity. They are eroding margins, complicating kitchen throughput, and conditioning consumers to buy only when you slash prices. In fact, a staggering 83% of quick-service chains saw a net decline in customer retention over the past year. Let that sink in. The moment your competitor offers a burger that's 50 cents cheaper, your loyal customer vanishes. So where is the growth coming from? How are the operators who are absolutely crushing this post-inflationary landscape managing to thrive? They've rewritten the playbook. They have shifted their core value proposition away from merely retailing cheap caloric volume, and instead, they're selling accessible indulgences, operational precision, and elite status. Today, we are diving deep into the two macro shifts defining the new QSR battleground: the strategic domination of the premium beverage and the pivot to experiential loyalty ecosystems. The liquid goldmine, upgrading the beverage architecture. Let's start in the beverage cup, because what used to be a low-thought, high-margin accompaniment to a combo meal has transcended into the primary driver of physical foot traffic and enterprise profitability. In an era where a casual sit-down meal easily clears $25, consumers are looking for a lower-cost psychological reprieve, affordable luxury that satisfies a sensory craving without the financial sting of a full dinner. And the market has responded by segmenting into three hyper-profitable liquid battlegrounds. Mainstream refreshers. We're seeing a massive democratization of specialty beverages. Major national players are moving past standard fountain sodas into complex, fruit-forward flavor profiles. Think blackberry passion fruit accented with freeze-dried dragon fruit, or mango pineapple drinks featuring popping boba. They are pulling younger, multi-daypart consumers away from boutique cafes and institutionalizing artisanal beverages at scale. Customized carbonated concepts. The drive-through beverage landscape is exploding. Brands like Dutch Bros and 7 Brew are expanding across the country at breakneck speed using highly efficient, small-footprint real estate footprints. By bypassing traditional kitchen labor constraints and heavy equipment overhead entirely, they focus purely on high-margin, custom-blended caffeinated formulations, cold brews, and sodas pumped up with heavy creams and craft syrups, functional botanicals and mocktails. Even in casual dining, the bar is being restructured to capture the sober-curious and Gen Z demographics. Concepts like Logan's Roadhouse are actively testing cannabinoid-infused mocktails and botanical formulations in compliant states to protect late-night and happy-hour traffic from structural declines in traditional alcohol sales. The bottom line? If your back-of-house isn't currently being reconfigured to mix, freeze, and dispense highly customized liquid formulations efficiently and at scale, you are leaving millions on the table. From coupons to community, the Cava and Wingstop blueprints. But fixing the menu is only half the battle. The other half is fixing how you retain the person buying it. To beat discount fatigue, forward-thinking brands are abandoning transactional, margin-depleting mobile coupons in favor of structured, status-driven experiential memberships. Take a look at fast casual Darling Cava and their meticulously engineered three-tiered loyalty ecosystem. C-Status, the foundational baseline. It lowers the barrier to entry, hooks the casual diner, and instantly captures critical first-party data via standard point accumulation and annual milestone perks like birthday rewards. Sand Status. Triggered at 1,500 points, this mid-tier injects a massive triple-point multiplier to drastically shorten the reward redemption loop. It pairs this with high-utility convenience perks, like a free quarterly delivery order, which actively drives users to Cava's proprietary digital channels instead of margin-sucking third-party delivery apps. Sun Status. The elite apex for brand advocates clearing 4,500 points. Here, members get a quadruple point multiplier. But more importantly, the value proposition shifts completely from mechanical savings to social and experiential currency. We're talking exclusive access to unreleased menu previews, private culinary events, and behind-the-scenes brand experiences. To supercharge this system, Cava executed a brilliant status matching initiative, allowing elite members from major airlines, hotel groups, and beauty brands to instantly jump into elevated tiers. They aren't buying loyalty with discounts, they are securing high-value consumers with premium status. And they aren't alone. Wingstop has completely modernized its digital platform by pivoting away from basic point chasing toward cultural exclusivity. They are driving immense brand stickiness through curated specialty flavor drops, member-only merchandise lines, group order point allocations, and priority ticket access to major national entertainment properties. They've realized that long-term enterprise value accrues to brands that treat consumer interactions as an experience, not a commodity transaction. The modern consumer is tired of the same old value meal marketing. They are skeptical of endless price cuts, and they have profound choice fatigue. The future of the quick service industry doesn't belong to whoever can discount their core burger the fastest. It belongs to the innovators who can deliver eye-catching, high-margin beverage innovations through a drive-through window, and the operational geniuses who can turn a digital ecosystem into a VIP club. On today's episode, we have an incredible lineup of retail strategists, culinary officers, and supply chain experts to unpack exactly how you can reconfigure your menu, your kitchen layout, and your digital infrastructure to execute this new playbook flawlessly. Grab your notepad, dial in your focus, and let's go behind the burger. Let's get into the C-suite. The quick service restaurant QSR industry is currently undergoing a profound structural realignment. For multiple decades, the foundational operational framework of the sector remained remarkably consistent, establishing consumer draw via an economically priced core protein item, such as a hamburger or chicken sandwich, utilizing standardized combination meals to elevate the average transaction value, and distributing physical or digital incentives to stimulate repeat patronage. However, persistent macroeconomic headwinds alongside a fundamental evolution in consumer psychology have rendered this traditional paradigm obsolete. Today, the competitive landscape for consumer expenditure is defined by two distinct strategic pivots: the pursuit of highly lucrative, high-margin revenue streams within the premium beverage sector, and an operational transition away from margin-depleting promotional pricing in favor of sustainable, experience-driven consumer retention models. Recent transactional metrics indicate that the enterprises successfully navigating this post-inflationary environment have shifted their core value proposition from merely retailing caloric volume to providing accessible indulgences and authentic brand communities. The strategic elevation of the beverage category, beverages have transcended their historical status as operational accompaniments within combination menus to become primary drivers of physical foot traffic and enterprise profitability. In an economic climate where full-service dining or premium fast casual options routinely exceed historical price thresholds, customized cold beverages function as accessible luxuries. These items offer consumers an efficient, lower-cost psychological reprieve and sensory indulgence without the financial burden associated with a complete meal. This shift in consumer behavior has effectively segmented the beverage marketplace into three highly profitable categories. The proliferation of mainstream refreshers, premium, fruit-forward specialty beverages have moved beyond boutique cafes into mass-market quick-service ecosystems. This democratization is exemplified by major market leaders, introducing specialized lines of crafted beverages, utilizing proprietary flavor bases, and real fruit inclusions. By scaling premium offerings, such as blackberry passion fruit beverages, accented with freeze-dried dragon fruit or mango pineapple profiles featuring popping boba, large-scale operators have institutionalized a beverage category previously controlled by niche brands. This strategic shift has compelled competing national chains to aggressively upgrade their cold beverage preparation infrastructure to capture younger, multi-daypart consumers. The scaling of customized carbonated concepts. Concurrently, demand for highly customized beverage architectures continues to expand. The phenomenon of altered carbonated beverages, which blend traditional fountain sodas with heavy cream, artisanal syrups, and fresh citrus, has evolved from a regional trend into a national commercial driver. Specialized, drive-through beverage concepts are capitalizing on this demand with notable velocity. Brands such as Dutch Bros and 7 Brew are expanding their geographic footprints across the United States, utilizing highly efficient, small-footprint real estate models. These configurations bypass traditional kitchen labor constraints entirely, focusing exclusively on high-margin, custom-blended caffeinated formulations, cold brews, and customized sodas. The integration of functional botanicals and mocktails. Within the casual dining and full-service segments, the beverage evolution has extended into functional ingredients. To engage an expanding demographic of sober-curious individuals and younger cohorts actively reducing alcohol consumption, traditional hospitality brands are restructuring their bar programs. Notably, concepts like Logan's Roadhouse have initiated regional testing of cannabinoid-infused mocktails and sophisticated non-alcoholic formulations within legally compliant jurisdictions. By experimenting with advanced mixology and complex botanical flavor profiles, sit-down concepts are successfully preserving late-night and happy-hour traffic that might otherwise be lost to structural declines in traditional alcohol consumption. The economics of discount fatigue versus strategic loyalty. As restaurant enterprises adapt to evolving consumer patterns, a parallel challenge has emerged regarding pricing mechanics and customer retention. While the industry remains highly promotional, aggressive price discounting is demonstrating diminishing economic returns. This dynamic is illustrated by the industry's retention paradox, which reveals a stark divergence between immediate customer acquisition and sustained brand loyalty. To counteract the dampening effect of inflation on discretionary spend, numerous national chains have implemented aggressive value promotions, frequently anchored by highly visible bundled meal options at low price points. While these pricing mechanisms successfully generate immediate transaction volume among budget-conscious consumers, industry data indicates they fail to establish enduring engagement. Despite a marketplace saturated with promotional offers, a significant 83% of quick-service chains have experienced a net decline in customer retention rates over the past year. This metric highlights a critical operational reality. While deep discounts can temporarily secure a singular transaction, they do not cultivate brand stickiness or authentic hospitality relationships. When an operator secures a consumer solely based on a low price point, that consumer frequently migrates as soon as a competitor introduces a lower-cost alternative. Consequently, reliance on continuous price reduction compresses operating margins, strains kitchen throughput, and conditions the consumer base to resist standard menu pricing, all while failing to foster the psychological connection required to drive repeat visits. Recognizing the limitations of traditional coupon models, forward-thinking enterprises are transitioning away from purely transactional mobile applications toward multi-layered experiential memberships. This strategy prioritizes operational execution and customer status over direct margin erosion. The foundational framework of Kava's restructured customer loyalty ecosystem is anchored by C-Status, an introductory tier designed to lower barriers to entry and immediately capture first-party consumer data. Upon enrolling in the digital program, members are placed into this baseline tier, where they gain access to standard point accumulation protocols alongside annual milestone perks, most notably personalized birthday rewards. This initial phase functions as a critical data-gathering mechanism for the brand, allowing Kava to track early purchasing behaviors, menu preferences, and frequency patterns. By offering immediate, tangible incentives without requiring a financial or transactional threshold, the brand establishes a baseline relationship with casual diners, priming them for deeper engagement and systematically nudging them toward the next milestone in the loyalty pipeline. As consumers increase their dining frequency and reach the 1,500-point threshold, they are elevated into SAN status, a mid-tier category engineered to accelerate customer lifetime value and disrupt routine dining habits. The defining feature of this tier is a massive structural shift in purchasing power, characterized by a triple-point multiplier that drastically shortens the redemption loop for rewards and free menu items. To complement this accelerated earning potential and address the growing consumer demand for digital convenience, SAN Status also integrates a high-utility fulfillment perk, one complimentary delivery order per quarter. This strategic inclusion not only lowers the friction associated with off-premise dining, but also cross-promotes Kava's proprietary digital channels over third-party delivery aggregators, allowing the brand to preserve its profit margins while reinforcing habitual digital engagement among its mid-tier cohort. At the absolute apex of the loyalty architecture sits Sun Status, an elite echelon reserved exclusively for hyper-frequent brand advocates who have surpassed the 4,500-point milestone. This premium tier maximizes transactional velocity by granting members a quadruple-point multiplier, transforming routine purchases into high-yield reward generators. However, the true value proposition of Sun Status shifts away from purely transactional discounts toward experiential, community-driven rewards. Elite members are granted exclusive access to unreleased menu previews, private culinary events, and behind-the-scenes brand experiences. By blending financial incentives with social and experiential currency, Kava effectively fosters deep emotional loyalty and brand stickiness among its highest-spending demographic, converting standard fast casual consumers into vocal brand ambassadors who are insulated from competitors' price-driven promotions. An excellent example of this structured approach is the three-tiered loyalty architecture utilized by Kava, which scales benefits relative to lifetime consumer spend to maximize customer lifetime value. C-Status. This foundational introductory tier automatically enrolls all new participants, providing standard point-earning capabilities alongside baseline annual rewards designed to maintain consistent engagement. SAN Status. Upon crossing the 1,500-point threshold, members ascend to this intermediate tier. This level introduces a triple-point multiplier to accelerate reward redemptions and incorporates high-utility convenience benefits, such as complimentary quarterly delivery, to minimize digital transaction friction. Sun Status. Reserved for brand advocates exceeding 4,500 points, This premium tier implements a quadruple point multiplier to maximize return on consumer spend. Crucially, this highest level shifts from mechanical savings to high-touch brand integration, offering members priority access to exclusive culinary events, unreleased menu previews, and community-focused experiences. To accelerate this ecosystem's growth, Kava implemented a novel status matching initiative, allowing elite members from major airline, hospitality, and beauty loyalty programs to instantly access elevated status tiers. This strategy secures high-value consumers by offering experiential value rather than margin-depleting discounts. Similarly, Wingstop has upgraded its digital platform through the introduction of its specialized member program, moving beyond basic points accumulation to emphasize exclusive access. This model operates on the principle of prioritizing member engagement, utilizing cultural initiatives such as curated specialty packages, member-exclusive merchandise distributions, group order point allocation, and priority ticket access to major national entertainment properties. The modern consumer increasingly exhibits choice fatigue and skepticism toward continuous promotional discounting. While baseline value menus will remain necessary to capture highly price-sensitive demographics, long-term enterprise value will increasingly accrue to brands that treat consumer interactions as premium experiences. Whether achieved through the precise execution of visually distinct specialty beverages at a drive-through window or through exclusive cultural access delivered via a digital ecosystem, the future of the quick-service industry belongs to high-margin beverage innovations and status-driven consumer loyalty models. This menu transformation is supported by significant underlying shifts in kitchen design and equipment pipelines, as national chains reconfigure their back-of-house operations to mix, freeze, and dispense highly customized beverage formulations efficiently and at scale. And that, folks, brings us to the closing chapter of another high-stakes episode of From Kitchen to C-Suite. If you take only one strategic insight away from our deep dive today, let it be this: the decades-old playbook that engineered the modern quick-service empire is not just cracking, it is officially under reconstruction. For generations, the foundational formula of the industry was practically carved into stone. You lured the masses in with a loss-leader burger or a hyper-affordable chicken sandwich, systematically engineered a higher average ticket size using the standard combo meal architecture, and deployed a steady cadence of paper coupons or push notification app discounts to guarantee repeat foot traffic. It was a game won through pure caloric volume, massive supply chain scale, and relentless race-to-the-bottom price competition. But as our analysis today demonstrated, that legacy model has collapsed under the weight of modern macroeconomic realities. Persistent inflationary pressures, a fundamental restructuring of consumer psychology, and severe systemic margin compression have broken the old mechanics. The brands dominating the market share leaderboard right now aren't the ones participating in a race to the bottom of the value menu. Instead, the market is rewarding the innovators who are completely redefining what value actually means to a modern, discerning consumer. To synthesize today's breakdown, navigating the new QSR survival landscape requires a mastery of two critical strategic pivots. Legacy beverage programs, built on cheap soda, standard bottled water, and basic drip coffee, are no longer mere secondary items designed to wash down a meal. Today, the beverage program is the primary destination. We are witnessing the mass-market democratization of premium liquid innovation, characterized by complex fruit refreshers, artisanal flavor extractions, and textures like popping boba. The explosive, meteoric growth of specialized, high-margin drive-through beverage concepts like Dutch Bros and 7 Brew proves that customized drinks have become the ultimate accessible luxury. They provide a high-velocity, relatively low-cost sensory indulgence for consumers who might actively skip a full, high-priced meal but are eager to purchase a midday experiential treat. This shift isn't contained to traditional fast food. Full-service and casual dining operators are aggressively pivot hedging into this space, deploying complex, functional botanicals, adaptogenic infusions, and sophisticated mocktails. These premium liquid offerings are critical tools to capture the rapidly growing sober-curious demographic, while simultaneously protecting late-night daypart traffic from fracturing. The empirical data paint a stark picture. An astonishing 83% of QSR chains suffered a net decline in core customer retention over the past trailing 12 months, despite unleashing an unprecedented barrage of aggressive promotional discounts. Strategic reality check. Excessive price cutting does not build sustainable brand devotion. It merely breeds transactional nomads who migrate the instant a competitor undercuts you by a dime. Forward-thinking brands are abandoning universal discounting in favor of tiered, experiential loyalty ecosystems. Consider Kava's masterclass in customer retention through their highly engineered Sea, Sand, and Sun status tiers. By shifting their highest tier rewards completely away from margin-eroding cents-off discounts and redirecting them toward exclusive culinary previews, intimate community events, and VIP status matching, they are forging genuine emotional stickiness and brand equity. Similarly, Wingstop continues to masterfully leverage cultural currency, deploying limited edition merchandise drops, specialized group order utility perks, and exclusive digital entertainment access to successfully transform routine, commoditized transactions into an active, highly engaged community. The future of the food service ecosystem is no longer about who can sell the cheapest volume of calories. The new paradigm belongs to operational precision, high-margin product innovation, and the systemic conversion of passive consumers into active, status-driven brand advocates. If your back-of-house assets aren't currently retooling to support complex, high-throughput beverage execution, and your digital strategy remains a glorified static coupon book, you are playing yesterday's game with tomorrow's margins. The back-of-house is changing, the menu architecture is evolving, and the executive teams who treat every guest interaction as a premium experience are the ones who will own the C-suite tomorrow. As always, thank you for investing your time with us here at From Kitchen to C-Suite. If you found today's strategic breakdown valuable, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and forward this episode directly to your executive leadership team, regional directors, and franchise operators. I'm Don, signing off. Keep innovating, keep executing with precision, and we will catch you on the next episode. This podcast is made possible through the generous commitment and vision of our corporate sponsors. We extend a special note of gratitude to HRB Universal. Their unwavering dedication to providing comprehensive compliance resources, industry-leading training, and promoting operational excellence is key to empowering professionals across the global culinary and hospitality landscapes. We also want to formally acknowledge the Plate and Pour Collective Equity Partner Program. This groundbreaking initiative exemplifies a true systemic commitment to fostering shared success, capital access, and equitable growth within the food and beverage sector, helping visionary entrepreneurs build a more inclusive, resilient, and thriving industry future. The journey to the top of the C-suite is fueled by continuous innovation, relentless operational dedication, and the cultivation of the right professional network. We highly encourage our audience to actively engage with the deep resources and strategic support offered by our sponsors. For explicit details on how to align your business with HRB Universal and the Plate and Pour Collective Equity Partner Program, visit hrbuni.com or simply search HRB Universal online. We look forward to having you join us for our next broadcast of From Kitchen to C-Suite, where we will continue to deconstruct the captivating trends, disruptions, and leadership insights designed to elevate your professional career and entrepreneurial drive. Whether you're conquering your morning commute or analyzing the markets from headquarters, we've got your media preferences covered. Headphone on the go? Subscribe, download, and listen via Riverside at fromkitchentocsuite.riverside.com or directly via our central hub at hrbuni.com. You can also find our complete catalog on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, Audible, iHeartRadio, Deezer, or wherever you secure your daily audio distribution. TV on the big screen? Level up your strategic executive experience by streaming the From Kitchen to C-Suite podcast directly on the HRB TV Network. Lightbulb pro tip: if you utilize Roku or Fire TV platforms, simply search for HRB TV Network within your device app store to begin streaming high-definition masterclasses straight from your living room or boardroom. Until our next broadcast, continue to innovate relentlessly and strive for superior achievement.